Hey Scorpio! So today is going to be your full February reading for February. So yeah, I pulled your card, my lovely Scorpio, my sexy Scorpios. So I also wanted to see what this reading was going to be about, like what was the energy for your February going to be. And I got Capricorn. Okay, so interesting enough, it looks as though, I also got this card. Okay, so I'm guessing this is going to be dealing with like a boss or maybe like a job situation, structure in your life, and also maybe something that's been brewing over time and it's starting to like, maybe you'll finally have closure from it. Let's just see what's going on. If you have a Capricorn in your life that's really close to you, whether it's a child, a family member, a lover, it could also be about this person. So let's just go ahead and see what's happening. I already have the chills. I'm not sure why, but I'm super excited, Scorpio. Ooh, okay, let's just get started. All right, so in the beginning of your February for Scorpio, what's happening for Scorpio? Paint a picture. Paint a picture for Scorpio for February. Scorpio. All right, so we got the first two cards out. My cards are really ready to tell me some stuff, all right? Okay, so we're starting your February off with the 10 of Pentacles. I love this card. It's very beautiful. So if you have a family or if you have inheritance or things that have been passed down, it could even be traditions. It's definitely going to be coming into your February. So maybe some things that you value about your family may be coming into the picture. And if it's not that, then it's definitely a sense of you getting something from something that you maybe didn't even put any work in, but it's like a blessing, basically. It's a blessing coming to you. So let's see what this is in regards to. What part of life for Scorpio are they receiving this blessing? Alrighty, so work. So work. So this is something that maybe you've put a lot of investment into, whether it's financially, physically, emotionally. You're definitely reaping the benefits, okay? So I really like to see this, all right? So moving on, we have the card that I showed you guys earlier, actually. Excuse me. Oh. We have the Emperor in reverse. So maybe you were dealing with a boss. It could have been an Aries, but I feel like you were dealing with a boss who was maybe just a bitch, to be honest, and that could be male or female. That is not, gender specific. But it seems like someone was being very dictatorish with you. Emphasis on the dick, right? And I'm trying to figure out why this person is showing up. So why is this person showing up? How are they being negative towards Scorpio? Alrighty, so I don't know why I'm laughing, but I just feel like something good is coming. Okay. So yeah, it was someone who you guys just weren't meant to be. And I don't mean that in a romantic way. It could have been a romantic way, but it's like just any way, shape, or form. Maybe you guys even have past life issues. You guys just don't mesh. So if you know who this person is, you know. And this person caused you to have to reach out to other people. You're like, how do I deal with this? Maybe you started meditating more. Maybe you had to start being on your A game with your crystals because you felt like your energy was off. This is what this person was doing to you, right? And you felt it. I know that you felt it. We move on to the 10 of Cups in reverse. So, again, I feel like, not to say that this person caused you to have, blessings not handed to you, but I feel like they could have had a major part in you not receiving some type of blessing that you wanted. Whether it was them doing some behind-the-scenes work. It's someone who was, like, almost out to get you, I feel like. Someone who was just, like, not on your side. See what the cards have to say. Yeah, it could have been someone you definitely just you don't get along with. This is a person who you guys probably bicker a lot, or you have like these little passive arguments, or maybe just real arguments. And so you were like, okay, I got to do something about this, right? And so your Scorpio self was like, okay, what are we gonna do about this person? Because they gotta go, right? And it definitely could have been a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. Leaning more towards a person who is, I want to say Capricorn. I do. And then we have the Knave of Wands in reverse. So I feel like maybe the plan backfired, or maybe you acted without planning out your attack, right? But why is this all happening in the first place? Where's all this animosity coming from for Scorpio? Where's all this animosity coming from between these two people? All right, here we go. So there was some tension. So this could have been sexual tension. This could have been an ex that you had to deal with. Yeah, and emotionally, that shit did not work, okay? It could have been emotional dependence with this person. Some lies, embarrassing moments. And so you had to just put them away. It's like you just needed to put some stuff down and just stop worrying about them. It was just time to give up on this back and forth, right? Wow. So that was a lot happening with that. Moving on to the middle of your February. First card out. So we do have the Justice card in reverse. So this could have been a Libra. But if it wasn't a person, so to speak, that's popping up here, it's definitely just saying that there was some unfair situations. There were lies, there was deceit, there was maybe some manipulation, there were some truths that weren't being told as they really were truths. They were lies. And I think this is showing up because maybe you just weren't in touch with what was really going on. I do feel like whoever this person is, it was a tower moment. It was definitely, this person was brought into your life just to teach you about you, teach you about how people or different certain situations can really stop you from getting to your best potential. It could have even been competition at work or just competition at home, like someone who doesn't want you to do better, even though they say they love you or they say, you know, I care about you and I want the best for you, but they don't want you to do better. It's like anytime you start to make more progress, and maybe the progress is moving away from them, they were not having it. And so it was like the situation where you needed to leave it and you needed to leave it fast, but for some reason maybe you couldn't. And so maybe it was a back and forth battle between trying to leave, trying to stay, and trying to figure out what's going on. And this could have been a job, a relationship, a family member, whatever. It's like this back and forth. I do think for a lot of Scorpios, it definitely was a love situation that went wrong. Maybe a love situation in a workplace, for example, okay? So something where it's just inappropriate and it really got ugly really fast. Two of Pentacles. So this is a time where you're definitely having to either make a decision or figure out what your priorities are. So what were we having to juggle or decide? What part of life was this dealing with for Scorpio? Yeah, so whatever it was that you were not putting to rest anymore and you were being active about it, this could have been like a mental conversation you kept having with yourself. You were like, okay, I got to put this stuff into perspective. It could have even dealt with your health, you know, or maybe just your emotional health. You were like, okay, this person is really pulling me down spiritually, energetically. You're feeling drained from this person. Or maybe you were just tired of the back and forth and you wanted to find that strength again. You wanted to find, you know, some form of foundation for yourself. And it could have been with another person as well, but it was almost like this person, the bad person, the negative person, it like they wouldn't let you, whether it was like you couldn't get away from them, or they kept coming back around you, or they made it to where if it was like a work situation, like they were sabotaging your situation or like your work schedule, whatever it is. I feel like it's a person who has power in some facet of your life, and they were controlling a lot of things, and you had to figure out how to work around them, you know. And yeah, it's a lot. Moving on to the Nine of Pentacles, you definitely had to get to a point where you were like, look, I have what I have because I did it. And I think this is the turning moment for you. I think this is a time where you were like almost giving yourself a pep talk, and making yourself realize that this person, yeah, they may have a negative effect on you, but you have the control to let them affect your energy. Does that make sense? Like, you had to remember as a Scorpio, like, look, I can do this. Like, I can control the situation. They feel like they have a huge hold on me, or it may feel like they are doing a lot of damage, but at the same time, it was almost like you had to find your personal independence, and figure out how to boss up. But bossing up may not necessarily mean telling them off or cussing them out. It could have been a situation where you just had to move around their sabotages, and just show them that you're doing fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, it seems like it was a mental thing, and almost having to do with their domestic life thing too. Like coming to work. I don't know why I keep going back to work, but coming to work, for example, and no matter how much you guys have argued, no matter how much this person has tried to hold you back, like you come in with a smile on your face, you look good, you smell good, and you're ready to work, you know? Like it's that type of situation, like they can't hold you down anymore. I really like this. I really do like this, okay, Scorpio? Moving on to the end of your February. First card out. So we have the Hierophant here. So usually this is representing a Sagittarius, but if it's not representing a Sagittarius, this is someone trying to move up in a situation, in an institution. Whether it is a job, school, a religious aspect of their life. It's trying to move up in some form of set institution, right? And so with that, you have to go through different things, whether it's qualifications, certifications, trials and tribulations. It's like you had to get through certain things to get through this. And we do have you popping up here in reverse. So maybe you trying to reach a certain status caused you to not focus on yourself. It may have made you feel less confident in yourself. Again, remember when we had the 9 of Pentacles, I was saying I do think that moment was for you to really see that you are in control, and kind of like finding your inner power, your outer power, because it's kind of like what you present to people. And I feel like when you transitioned into this like Hierophant energy and you were really trying to move up in something, you had to realize that you as a Scorpio, maybe you weren't whole at a point because this person it was like they were picking at your energy almost. And I don't think that, I think you knew this, but I don't think you realized how much it had an effect on you, how much it made you not be able to control your emotions around certain entities, around certain, facets of life. But with all of this happening, I don't think you planned it to happen this way, but I think with it happening, it showed so much for you that you were able to be like, okay, like you learned how to move through a room of vultures, right? I don't know why I stuttered like that, but yeah, it's like you were able to see through the bullshit, and now you can trust your emotional intelligence. Now you can trust that Scorpio gift that you have. And now you can start, stirring the pot a little bit and getting those potions going and getting all of this magic happening for yourself. Yeah, and I really like that. And for some of you, it may mean that you are being very manipulative, as far as maybe not being truthful with this person anymore because you have a plan. I almost feel like you're giving them a taste of their own medicine. That's like the best way I can put it. Being that you are a Scorpio, I'm sure that you know how to do things that may be a little bit darker than some of the other signs, but do it to where you still get the better end of it. Like the sun is still going to come out shining after it. But I feel like it's a sense of you having to get a little dirty, like having to get a little down and dirty to get on their level, to show them you messed with the wrong one. I definitely feel like that's what it is, right? So moving on, we have the Knight of Wands here. So instead of, remember when I said you had acted on something without planning it and it may have backfired? Now you are acting on something, but even though it wasn't planned, it looks like it's going to work out in your favor. Let's see what this is dealing with, okay? So it could have been dealing with money for sure. And if it wasn't dealing with money, it was dealing with the Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So that Capricorn is coming up again. You're making some big moves, Scorpio. And it could be just inch by inch by inch. But it's like you know what you're doing. And to some other people, it may look like you're just down and out. And you're really being calm. And, you don't know what you're doing. But it's like, no, you're just secure within yourself. And you know what you're doing. You know. You know what your plan is. You know how to execute it. And you know how to keep quiet. Because you know that loose lips sink ships. And that is what this is all about. It's like you finally have figured out how to master the situation. Ace of Wands. You got this. You are feeling this energy. You are moving with this newfound energy. Listen, whatever caused this situation of disappointment and betrayal, you're moving right along past it. And this person probably doesn't even know. They don't even know that you are privy to everything that's going on. But you know it, and that's what matters. we're ending off your February. I got the chills, y'all. We're ending off your February with the Knave of Pentacles. You're not playing any games. I almost feel like you're playing chess, you know? And you're playing chess with someone who thinks it's still checkers. So if that makes any sense, if that puts things into perspective for you, yeah, that's what's happening. You're almost playing with this person who thought that they could play you, but you're like, listen, baby, like, I found my strength again. You mess with the wrong Scorpio, okay? And it's like, this person is so naive to the fact, and they think things are just moving swimmingly. They think things are fine. They think that, you know, they have you in check. Little do they know, you're back on your shit, babe. Like, you got this. Wheel of Fortune, upright. So it's going to go in your favor. You're not having those racing thoughts anymore. You're not trying to figure out why your energy is off. You're not trying to figure out why your life is upside down. You're not trying to figure out why you feel like everything is going against you, or why you feel like everyone's not on your side. You're like, listen, I got my plan in motion. I know what I'm getting from the situation, and I know how to get success from the situation, okay? You're moving on to bigger and better things, my love. The hope is here, okay? Listen, I don't know what you guys have been getting yourself into, but you guys have leveled up, okay? You guys are like, look, this is chess, not checkers, okay? And you're in it to win it, and it looks like you definitely are. I'm super excited to see how your March is going to go, because I'm sure it's going to be very, very eventful. But this month, Scorpio, is huge. It's huge for this dynamic shift that's happening, baby. Like, this is different. This is a lot. Woo. I don't even know. Oof. That's all I can say. Y'all, listen, this is amazing. I really like to see this, and I almost feel like it's like some type of game happening, like this huge competition, and you're in it to win it. Like, you're back in the game. You may have been off in the beginning quarters, you know, falling behind, but you have came back, and it's overtime now. So you're not playing any games. This person thinks that they got you. They think they know your weaknesses, but you are back to you at this point, and you're doing a lot of damage, okay? And I mean that in the best way possible. Yo, if you need any extra help, if you need to make sure that your plan is going on point, if you want to make sure that there's no bad spirits or energies around you while you're doing all of this stuff, hit me up at lovefromaaleo@gmail.com. I'll be glad to help you, Scorpio. Listen, I'm lost for words, okay? I'm speechless at this point. I'm Love from a Leo. If I'm not your favorite Leo, one day I will be. And until next time, Scorpio, babe, I'll see you, like, really soon, okay? Whew. Oh, my. Bye, y'all.